Imagine this: you sprinkle a pinch of dried green flakes on your cat's favorite bed, and suddenly your normally composed feline transforms into a whirlwind of energy, rolling, purring, and batting at invisible FOs like a kitten on a mission. Then, just 10 minutes later, they're sprawled out, eyes half closed, looking as chill as a beachgoer on a lazy afternoon. What sorcery is this? It's catnip, and its effect on cats is nothing short of mesmerizing. But what exactly is happening in their tiny feline brains when they encounter this magical herb? Let's dive in. First, let's get to know the star of the show, catnip itself. Scientifically known as Nepoticateria, it's a member of the mint family, native to Europe and Asia but now grown worldwide. Its claim to fame lies in a volatile oil called nepidolactone, found in the plant's leaves, stems, and seeds. When a cat sniffs or chews on catnip, this compound goes to work, and the results are often pure entertainment. Now, why do some cats go gaga for catnip while others seem totally indifferent? It all comes down to genetics. Studies, including research from the University of California, Davis, suggest that around 50 to 75% of cats inherit a sensitivity to nepidolactone. Kittens under 6 months old typically don't react; their receptors haven't fully developed yet. And senior cats, some lose their sensitivity over time, though many remain devoted fans well into their golden years. Even big cats like lions and tigers can fall under catnip's spell, which is why zookeepers often use it to enrich their environments. So, what exactly happens when a cat gets a whiff of catnip? Let's break it down step by step. First, the nepidolactone molecules bind to receptors in the cat's nose, sending signals to the brain's olfactory bulb. From there, the message travels to the amygdala, which processes emotions, and the hypothalamus, which regulates behaviors like hunger, thirst, and sexual response. This neurological tango triggers a range of behaviors that can be divided into two main phases: the active phase and the relaxed phase. During the active phase, which usually lasts 5 to 15 minutes, cats might exhibit a variety of playful behaviors. They may roll around on the floor, rub their faces and bodies against the source of the catnip, and even kick with their hind legs as if they're attacking prey. Some cats become more vocal, meowing or chirping with excitement, while others zoom around the room, bouncing off furniture like furry pinballs. It's not uncommon to see a cat bat at a catnip stuffed toy with laser-like focus, pouncing and tossing it into the air as if it's the most fascinating thing they've ever encountered. Then, as quickly as it started, the active phase fades, and the relaxed phase begins. During this time, cats often become calm and mellow, seeking out a quiet spot to nap or simply lounge. They might purr contentedly, their eyes softening as they drift into a state of bliss. This phase can last anywhere from 30 minutes to a few hours, after which the cat's sensitivity to nepidolactone returns, and the whole cycle can repeat. But why do cats react this way? Scientists believe that nepidolactone mimics a pheromone that triggers playful and mating behaviors in cats. In the wild, this could help young cats practice hunting skills or encourage social interaction, though domestic cats seem to enjoy it purely for the fun of it. It's like a natural mood booster that turns even the grumpiest cat into a playful dynamo, if only temporarily. Interestingly, the way a cat interacts with catnip can vary depending on how they're exposed to it. Sniffing catnip tends to induce the active, playful behaviors, while eating it often has a more sedative effect. That's because when ingested, nepidolactone is metabolized differently, leading to a calming sensation rather than a burst of energy. Some cat owners use this to their advantage, sprinkling a little catnip on a scratch post to encourage their cat to use it instead of the couch, or stuffing it into a toy to keep their cat entertained on a rainy day. Catnip isn't the only plant that affects cats, though there are a few other herbs and plants that can trigger similar responses. Silver vine, valerian root, and Tatarian honeysuckle all contain compounds that some cats find irresistible. In fact, a study published in the journal Frontiers in Veterinary Science found that silver vine was even more appealing to cats than catnip, with over 80% of cats responding to it. This is good news for cat owners whose feline friends don't react to catnip. There are plenty of alternatives to explore. But is catnip safe for cats? The short answer is yes. Catnip is non-toxic and doesn't cause any long-term harm, even if a cat eats a lot of it. That said, overindulgence can sometimes lead to mild stomach upset, like vomiting or diarrhea, so it's best to offer it in moderation. Most experts recommend limiting catnip exposure to once or twice a week to keep it special. If you give it too often, your cat might become desensitized to its effects. It's also worth noting that not all cats react the same way to catnip. Some might be mildly interested, giving it a quick sniff before wandering off, while others become completely obsessed, guarding their catnip toys like treasure. There's even a small percentage of cats that seem to have an adverse reaction, becoming agitated or aggressive. If you notice your cat acting out of character after being exposed to catnip, it's best to avoid giving it to them in the future. But why do only some cats respond to catnip? As mentioned earlier, it's a genetic trait. The gene responsible for catnip sensitivity is dominant, meaning that if a cat inherits it from either parent, they're likely to react. If they don't inherit the gene, catnip will have no effect on them. This genetic variation is thought to have evolved over time, though scientists aren't sure why. It's possible that it's a random mutation that didn't get selected against, or it could have some evolutionary advantage that we haven't yet discovered. Another interesting fact about catnip is that its effects are temporary because the receptors in the cat's nose become desensitized after exposure. This is why cats need a break between catnip sessions. Their noses need time to reset. Once the desensitization wears off, usually after 30 minutes to a few hours, the cat will be ready to enjoy catnip again. Now, let's dispel some common myths about catnip. One myth is that catnip is addictive. This isn't true. While cats may seek out catnip, they don't develop a physical dependence on it. They can take it or leave it, and there's no withdrawal symptoms if they don't get it. Another myth is that catnip is harmful to kittens. While kittens under 6 months old don't usually react to catnip, it's not harmful to them if they're exposed to it. It's just that their brains aren't developed enough to process the nepidolactone yet. Some people also believe that catnip can make cats aggressive, but this is rare. Most cats become more playful or relaxed, not aggressive. If a cat does become aggressive after being exposed to catnip, it's likely due to other factors, like stress or fear, and not the catnip itself. When it comes to choosing catnip, there are a few things to keep in mind. Dried catnip is the most common form, and it's easy to find in pet stores or online. Look for high-quality, organic catnip that's been dried properly to preserve the nepidolactone. Fresh catnip is also a great option. Many cats prefer it, and it's easy to grow at home. Just be aware that fresh catnip has a shorter shelf life than dried, so you'll need to use it within a few days of harvesting. There are also catnip sprays available, which can be used to refresh old toys or scent new ones. These sprays are convenient, but they might not be as potent as dried or fresh catnip. If you're using a spray, test it on a small area first to make sure your cat likes it. If your cat doesn't react to catnip, don't worry, there are plenty of other plants that might pique their interest. As mentioned earlier, silver vine is a popular alternative. It contains actinidine, a compound that has a similar effect to nepidolactone. Valerian root is another option, though it has a strong, earthy smell that some humans find unpleasant. Tatarian honeysuckle is also known to affect some cats, though it's not as widely available as catnip or silver vine. You can also try combining different herbs to see what your cat likes best. Some pet stores sell blends of catnip, silver vine, and valerian root, which can be a great way to find your cat's perfect match. Just remember to introduce new herbs slowly, and monitor your cat for any adverse reactions. In conclusion, catnip is a fascinating plant that has a unique effect on many cats. Its ability to turn a calm feline into a playful dynamo, then back into a relaxed lap cat, is nothing short of amazing. Whether you're using it to entertain your cat, encourage good behavior, or simply bond with them, catnip is a great tool for any cat owner. So, the next time you sprinkle a little catnip on your cat's bed, take a moment to appreciate the science behind their silly antics. It's a reminder of the wonderful and mysterious world of feline behavior, and a testament to the special bond between humans and their cats. And who knows, you might even learn a thing or two about your cat's personality in the process. After all, there's no better way to get to know your feline friend than by watching them in their most playful, authentic state. Whether your cat is a die-hard Catnip fan or couldn't care less, there's no denying that this little herb has a big impact on the feline world. So, go ahead, indulge your cat with a little catnip. Sit back and enjoy the show. You won't be disappointed.